Hey guys, welcome to my round 25 recap of the NRL. The end is so close right now, it's finals football time. Let's get into round 25 and what it was. So the first game I went to ANZ Stadium to watch the South Sydney Rabbitohs strike back against the West Tigers. Both teams in the first half looked like they wanted to win it, and the Tigers did have a 10-0 lead, I believe. At half time, it was it was 14-6, but the Tigers had the first try. Yes, but the Burgess brothers stepped up in this game, and I think they're going to be a big threat in the finals if they really keep the form that they have at the moment. As for the Rabbitohs, Robert Jennings on the wing back, really good try there. And Cody Walker in the centres, players like that, Inglis, they're a big threat at the moment, and West Tigers season is over with a 51-10 loss to the Rabbitohs. I was going for the Rabbitohs in this game. Very happy with the way this game planned out. Met Jason Clark, a field goal. Just an exciting game to watch a football last week. Second game of the round was the last game of the season for the Canberra Raiders, a side that just missed the top 8. Now, the Canberra Raiders played really well in this game, I thought, and it was theirs to win, even though I tipped the Warriors. But the Warriors took away a 20-16 win, which was the score I predicted for Dragons and Knights, so I was very close with that one. The likes of Sean Johnson and David Fusatua, again, just a power, absolute power for the New Zealand Warriors, and their method of breathing is definitely getting them somewhere, working out for them. The Canberra Raiders did all they could, but their season is over with this 20-16 loss at Mount Smart Stadium. The next game was an absolute shocker for me. I picked the Melbourne Storm to beat the Penrith Panthers. This was the Panthers' first win in Amy Park. It was a 22-16. It was a bit of a sloppy victory, but after having two players, Josh Mansour, and I'm having a complete blank right now, there was another player, Sinbind, in the match. The Penrith Panthers really stood up here, and they said, "Look, we're gonna beat the Storm here," and they did do it. The Storm didn't play really well. It was disappointing because it was going to be Billy Slater's farewell match at Amy Park, but Billy Slater should be back for finals week 1 with a 22-16 win for the Penrith Panthers. The next game was a very exciting game of football. This was a game I expected to be high scoring and sloppy. It was the Newcastle Knights at home against the St George Illawarra Dragons. Now the Dragons took away a 24-14 win here, but the Knights played really, really well. Ken Seo, a player that I haven't really think has had the best season, really stepped up in this game. And Ben Hunt, who is a player I'm not a big fan of. I think he really stepped up for the Dragons with his kicking game, and he played really well in this game, but we'll have to see how he progresses in the final. But this was an important win for the Dragons to keep them in that top 8. They were never going to leave it, but this was a game they had to win after some sloppy losses lately. The game of the round. It was always going to be the game of the round for me. Jonathan Thurston, one of the legends of rugby league, his last game ever. The Cowboys up against the Titans up in Cbus Stadium. Now the Cowboys were very lucky to win this match 26-30, and they had a big lead, the Titans, going into half-time. I think it was 12-0. I was very glad that they came back, and I'm really happy that Gavin Cooper scored a try, becoming one of the first forwards to score, I might be wrong, 10 tries in 9 matches, which is a big thing, because I think it said that hasn't been done for a number of years, and that you could tell the sheer emotion on their face. It was a big win for the Cowboys, and I was very happy with the way that they played against the Titans. AJ Brimson is one of the best rookies of the year. I think he played really well for the Titans in this game. But this was always Jonathan Thurston's farewell game, and it's sad to see such a great legend go. I'm going to be quick with this game because this is the Parramatta Eels' last game of the season, and fuck, I'm glad this season's over. So Blake Ferguson played really well coming to the Parramatta Eels next year. He scored a double, I believe. It may have been one, but I believe it was a double. Latrell Mitchell, I'm pretty sure, got a hat-trick, I think. But the Roosters were just on fire here. In the first half, it wasn't a big lead. It was only, I think, 18-6. May have been 20-6, but I think it was 18-6. And I did think the Parramatta had a chance of coming back, but there was bloody no hope. Tries to Jared Hayne and Bevan French saw the Eels put some points on the board, but overall not a good performance by the boy, especially to send Vave off. It was Vave retirement. I think Oregon Kaufusi played really well, and I think he's going to do a lot for us next year. I'm hoping, as long as Brad Arthur signs him next year in 2019. But it's over for the Eels, and I'm bloody thankful for this because it was a shocking year. I think it was a good game of football, and the Roosters were a good side, and they definitely deserved the match. But disappointing loss, 44-10. Just a shame. The Sunday ticket of football kicked off with the Bulldogs hosting the Sharks. Now, Cronulla Sharks, this is a must-win to keep this team in the top four, possibly even break a record and take out the minor premiership, but it was never going to happen. So it was a 30-18 win for Cronulla. Valentine Holmes at fullback, this kid's unstoppable, just a great player. And Reece Martin for the Dogs, a really good player as well. Nice to see the Morris brothers farewell. Brett Morris getting a farewell try. I don't think Josh Morris got there. And the Bulldogs definitely have a lot of big signs coming up to 2019, but a big win for the Sharks here. Why did I tip Manly? Why did I think there was even going to be an upset with Manly this fucking year? 16-48 Brisbane Broncos. The Brisbane Broncos are a side that were, I guess you could say, choking when it came to teams outside the 8 this year. But they played really well, and that's 4 wins in a row now, I believe. Rabbitohs, Roosters, I think it was Bulldogs, I can't remember. But I think that's 4 wins in a row for the Broncos now, and it's really good signs for them coming into these finals. The Broncos played really well. I can't believe Corey Oates managed to score 4 tries and he almost got that 5th try. Kelly had a shocking game for the Sea Eagle. Cherry Evans played really well in the second half but had a shocking first half in my opinion. This is a big win for Brisbane coming into the finals though, and they're going to fight this week. Now I'm going to say in finals football, the Storm at Amy Park against the Rabbitohs. I think the Rabbitohs can get the Storm again. It'll be a very close game of football. I think that the Sydney Roosters will beat the Cronulla Sharks. I would like the Sharks to win this game, but I think the Roosters will get the better of them. I think that the Warriors can knock the Panthers out at ANZ Stadium on Saturday night. And I believe the Brisbane Broncos will defeat St George Illawarra, knocking them out in the elimination final on Sunday afternoon. Now guys, you've probably been waiting for this for a lot of rounds. I was going to make a separate video, but here it is. My 2 biggest grand final predictions of the year based on playing at the moment. Now this could change, but I'm going to go the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Cronulla Sharks as my main one. That is my pick. I'm going to say now that the South Sydney Rabbitohs are going to be the premiers in 2018. That is my theory, as long as the Burgess brothers step up and play the way they did, and these wingers just keep firing up. It's looking really good for South Sydney Rabbitohs. The other dark horse game that I'm saying is the Sydney Roosters up against New Zealand Warriors. Now that's a big call. The New Zealand Warriors have really improved this year compared to their last couple of years, and I think that they have a big chance of winning the grand final up against the Roosters. But I honestly think that it will be Cronulla and the Rabbitohs are going to win. I think the Storm are going to be knocked out of finals, and I want to say that. I don't want the Storm to make the grand final. It's too cliche. We need something new this year. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was it for the regular season. We'll see you in the finals.